Hey, what's going on, guys? Ian from MaddenSchool.com, and today we're going over a way to get your cornerback at wide receiver in Madden 20. So you're going to notice here we have Jalen Ramsey highlighted as a slot receiver. Now I don't want to misrepresent this. This can only be found in one playbook this year, and that's in the run and shoot playbook. So that means if you are using a playbook that you're completely dedicated to that's not the run and shoot playbook, or if you use a custom playbook, unfortunately you won't be able to do this. That being said, the run and shoot playbook is actually a really effective playbook, so it'd be my recommendation to at least give it a try. Maybe it's not for you, but there are some situations where I think that this little trick can be super effective. I'm going to go over those a little bit more at the end of the video. First, I'm going to go over how to do it. Then I'm going to go over maybe those situations that it is going to be really effective. And then I'm going to go over how to get this guy not just at wide receiver here, but at wide receiver in any formation from this playbook. So first off, let's just go ahead and go through how to do this. Run and shoot playbook, gun, flanker, close, and then use this right stick. Scroll over to cornerback slot. Now that puts your number one cornerback on the depth chart into the slot position. And then you just choose whatever play you want. You choose whatever play you want on defense. Now, as I was saying earlier, this isn't all that great if you're just in a normal online head-to-head game, or maybe you're playing against a buddy at home. In that situation, it's not all that cool outside of just novelty, but there are some situations where it's really cool. So two of the ones that come into my head initially, without really thinking about this too much, I'm sure there's more. Franchise mode, maybe you have like a 97 speed young cornerback who's just really shifty. You want to get him the ball any way you can. This is a perfect situation for that. It's a package, so that means it's going to be perfectly legal in most leagues. And now, instead of whatever your normal fourth wide receiver is going to be, probably some below average guy, you can get a extra X factor in there on offense and a good, fast, speedy player. Now, the other situation I can think of is salary cap mode in Ultimate Team. So normally, when you're going through choosing your offense, trying to fit it all underneath the cap for salary cap mode, you're going to have to make some tough decisions. You're usually going to get your quarterback, and then you have basically 5 more skill position players on offense. For our purposes here, I'm going to say most people are going to go with a 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back to fill out those kind of 5. And then they're going to just get scrubs everywhere else to keep their cap space intact. So if you use this in salary cap mode, you can go get, like, let's say you want a 98 speed Deion Sanders. He's already on your team at cornerback. If you use this package, now you can save all of that money on your tight end. So that's probably going to be anywhere from 40, 50, 60 cap. You can replace it with a 10 cap, and now you have a whole bunch of extra points that you can go get the best running back in the game. Maybe you can then go spend it all on extra players on defense. It just gives you a lot of versatility. And now you're not necessarily giving up anything by substituting a pretty good tight end for a 98 speed Deion Sanders. That's going to be really scary for the defense to cover. Now, the other thing with that is that, say you have an X factor on your Deion Sanders. When he gets an interception on defense, this X factor is going to be lit up the entire time. Even if you throw it to him and he doesn't catch it, that's normally going to knock out any sort of receiving X factor. He's still going to be lit up. Now, it's not as if the X factor makes it incredibly hard to stop, but once or twice a game, if your opponent sees an X factor just completely lit up and you don't just abuse it, I know for me, when I see an X factor lit up at wide receiver, I'm rolling the coverage that way, I'm taking my user that way, I'm so worried about that guy. And then meanwhile, maybe on the other side you have Randy Moss, maybe you're running a little one play touchdown to the right side of the field, and your opponent never sees it coming. That's one of the really good little add-ons that you can do with this cornerback at wide receiver little trick. Now, the other thing is that because this run and shoot playbook is all basically based on 4 wide receiver and 1 running back personnel, or in our case, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back, and that 1 cornerback who's substituted in for wide receiver, we can audible to any play pretty much in this playbook. So all you do is you just go set your audible beforehand. Then maybe you just love the gun spread formation. Maybe there's a favorite play in there. You just go ahead, come out in the gun flanker close, then audible to gun spread, and now you can have whatever play you want from this playbook with your cornerback at wide receiver. So I hope this helped you guys. Until the next time, take care.